Warning. This podcast contains spoilers for Naruto episodes 74 to 113.
Welcome to my ASMR podcast. I'm trying new things because why not? Who wouldn't want to be quietly put to sleep by some sizzling soda of Dr. Pepper? I know how to talk. This is my second podcast of the day, as in I'm filming another one, and I filmed one before this one. This is the middle child of these podcasts today because I'm going to Egypt in about Monday. How many days is that? Someone do the math. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 days about. 5.5 days. I did the math myself, so you don't have to do the math anymore. But but I'm going to be going to Egypt. By the time this is uploaded, I will probably be already in Egypt, because this is going up next Thursday. So that's right in the middle of the trip. So the next time, or the fact that you're watching this means that I am in Egypt partying it up. Partying it up meaning climbing the pyramids of Giza and walking on the Sphinx. No, I'm just joking. I will not be doing that because that's illegal, and I feel like that's disrespectful as well. But yeah, me and my roommate. Can you not? God, the one thing I hate about Philly is the fucking loud cars. It's just motorcycles and unnecessary noises that shouldn't be being made by people. Just keep your muzzles on your cars and just don't ride loud motorcycles. It's the most annoying things. Don't people know that I'm recording a podcast here? But okay, I'm pretty sure I have ADHD because I keep getting sidetracked. I was talking about Egypt. Me and my roommates, Trey, Brendan, and Josh, are all going to be flying to Egypt to see Titus. If you watched the Titus Oldham podcast, when I interviewed him, you would know that he lives in Egypt, and lived there for the past 8 years. So we're going to be going to his house, humble abode, and staying in Egypt for about a week, and then flying back. We're leaving Monday at 7:45, I believe, but we will not be getting there until Wednesday at 2 in the morning. Didn't realize planning a vacation outside of America would be hard. Actually, I did know, but I didn't realize it was this hard. There's so many things to put into consideration, especially with COVID. Like, I have to have a COVID test before I can enter Egypt. A PCR 4 days. 4 days before I land, or there's going to be a 13-hour layover in Germany, and we have to get a rapid test for that. It's kind of stupid because we're all vaccinated. I don't personally think that, we need the tests. Just flash our vax cards, and I feel like that should be enough. Enough information knowing that we probably won't be carrying the coronavirus, and plus we're safe in general. They should know that. Why don't airport people know that? I do not know, but I'm just joking. That was obvious a joke, because why would they know that? Why would they care anything about anybody's lives that come in and out? There's thousands of people. But I am off topic again because I just spent the first 4.5 minutes talking not about Naruto. This time we are going to be talking about Naruto episodes 74 through 113. This time Janet will not be joining us. And I'm going to be doing solo. Just like in this Naruto series, I do have a lot of fillers in this podcast series that I'm doing. It's been like since late August, and I have not skipped a week, so I'm going to be bound to have some fillers as reviewing TV shows that I am currently watching, and I am actually really excited about this mini series that I'm doing with Naruto. And then next week we are going to be doing Modern Family. The first 2 seasons, I'm episode 10 of the third season. But that's not this episode of the podcast. We are going to be doing Naruto, and I will be getting to that right now. So I kind of categorized it as in 74 through 80, 81 through 96, 96 through 101, 102 through 106, and then 107 through 113 episodes. I categorized it in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories that I think are the most crucial. Last time we did this, I stopped watching at episode 73, and at that point in time, Naruto, Circumara, and I believe Sakura were chasing Sasuke, and Sasuke, in which was chasing Gora, the Sandman, and his two other people, or Gaara. Sasuke was chasing Gaara, in which he was accompanied with his two other friends that I forget the name of. This is why I need Janet, because I am so bad at names that I need her to say the names that I'm thinking of. I think it's Tamara, and so it's Gaara, Tamara, and I'm trying to look. I think it's it's not Tenen or Tenten. I'm sorry for the mispronunciations. I just do not know how to pronounce words. I have like a list of Naruto characters that I have up on Google that in case I do need some help, I can do it. Okay, I can't think of the third person's name, but if it does come to me, then I will tell you guys. But you probably already know because you are probably more attentive than I am to names of peoples of shows. So it's like Gaara's what? Tribe. It's not tribe. I'm probably spoiling the show if I do this. Oh, it's like the guy, the painted face guy. I forget his name. But you already know. So back to what I was talking about earlier. But Sasuke was chasing Gaara and Tamara, and the other person that is in the 3 that they were assigned. So that's where we left off. And then I'm going to be going over. I stopped there and then finish. So 74 through 80 episodes, 74 through 80. That's when Gaara and Naruto get into a big battle. They both transform into big monsters. Or Naruto, the toad, he transformed into the giant toad, and Gaara into a big sand monster, and that is revealed for the first time. We've been teased about his inner demon, or for at least Gaara. We didn't really know how his final transformation really occurred, or we didn't really know he had a final transition until Sasuke started to fight him in the, I think, third round of the final tuning exam for the final round, the third round of the tuning exam, but like the third match within the fight in the stadium. We really got a sense of what the power of Gaara could actually be if he gets pissed off enough and has enough time to actually transform, because it took him a little while to actually transform into the sand monster. But that scene is amazing. I am absolutely enthralled in that entire scene, and it kept me entertained the entire way. Yeah, I just loved it. I loved how, I know Sakura is useless, but like she was still bearable up until this point before like the fight between Naruto and Gaara. And she, like, you can make a case, oh, she's like at least trying, she had one good moment, and you know what, if she just keeps evolving, maybe she'll evolve into like a stronger fighter and can actually contribute. But you know what, that's not the case, and I given up on her after this fight, because she proved to herself that she's still completely useless and helped no one. I mean, she's really just like a comfort to Sasuke or Naruto if they get hurt, and they'd be like, "Oh, are you okay?" and just continue to whine and cry. And I've officially lost patience for Sakura after this fight, because she just was useless and had more trouble for Naruto and Sasuke than anything else. And it kind of sucked that Sasuke, I'm sorry, my memory on this is a little bit shaky because I've been moving really slow through the series. So the last time I watched it or watched this fight happen was about a month and a half ago. Last time when this was uploaded, that's when I finished that scene. So the last Naruto podcast episode is the last time, or is when I finished that. So it's been, what, a month and a half to 2 months almost. So my memory on it is a little bit shaky, but I just liked how we got a sense to how powerful Naruto can be. And I mean, it's a common theme of where the creators just have a drawn out scene or drawn out couple episodes where Naruto is knocked down, but then he prevails. It's a common theme where Naruto is not really losing at this point. He's won every match in the training exam, and he's just the most powerful being so far after this. I get he won, but I think he didn't get the ending that he wanted because Gaara is still alive. I didn't know if Naruto's intention was to actually kill him. I don't think it was actually to kill him, but if it was, then he didn't succeed. I don't think he was trying to kill him necessarily. He was just trying to stop him. But it just goes to show that he still has a lot of learning to do, because after the fight, after he destroyed Gaara, they both collapsed on the ground, and Gaara was unable to move just because of how much of a beating Naruto took on him. Yeah, the common theme that I realized at that point is that Naruto is going to never give up under any circumstance. He's going to die before he gives up. That's a common theme, and it's a really nice life lesson, to be honest. And the one character that I really like after this scene too was the bug guy. The bug guy, I know he's creepy, and Janet is really creeped out by him just because it's bugs, and I mean, who wouldn't? But I just like how he can manipulate bugs into like complete control, and he was able to stop the third guy that I couldn't name. I'm sorry, I'm so bad at this. But the third guy that is within Gaara's clan, not the girl, Tamara, but the other guy, I loved how the bug guy was able to completely stall him and just like put him in the place and use strategy to defeat him. I really like that aspect too. It was like a mini battle, and that's one of the things that I really like about Naruto so far, is that there's like smaller battles within each place. It just shows the complexity. The bug guy being Shino Amare, I think that's how you pronounce it, but Shino Amare was able to defeat and stall off Painted Face guy, so I'm going to call it until I actually find the name of the third guy within Gaara's clan. But yeah, I like that scene too. Moving on to episode 81 through 96. This is, hold on, let me just back up. Let me just put a few things together real quick, because man, so many things happen within each season that I lose track. At the end of season 3, we also have the third Hokage dying to the snake guy, but the snake guy lost all of his powers because the third Hokage destroyed it. Third Hokage died, but he didn't end up killing Shikamaru. No, not Shikamaru. Snake guy. What was the snake guy's thing? This is why I need fucking Janet. Janet, do these with me. I'm just joking. I literally sounded like a whiny bitch there. Okay, but the third Hokage doesn't kill the snake guy. The snake guy being Orochimaru. But he does destroy his jutsus, and where he cannot do any more jutsus for the rest of his life, I'm pretty sure he's not mortal anymore. He's going to eventually die. But even though the third Hokage sacrificed his life, at least he stalled him in a sense. Not really, because Orochimaru still got bitches that will serve him to the end until he dies. So if he just surrounds powerful bad guys around him, in which he did in the beginning of season 5 with the Sound Village, but we'll get to that later. But it's a sad day. I mean, I didn't predict that it was going to happen, but it was the most likely way of it happening, because the third Hokage, even though how powerful he is, he's still old, and if he was 10, 15 years younger, like the TV show said, he would in fact kill Orochimaru. I'm sorry for the mispronunciation, the snake guy. If the third Hokage was younger, he would have killed him, like I said. But that was an intense scene. I mean, there's memes everywhere of how long and drawn out some of the episodes are, but that's kind of annoying too about Naruto. That's the thing I hate. They just draw out in many episodes, and where they can just shorten it, because that scene there about him, like almost killing him, lasted 5 episodes, and where it can just end in one. And I feel like the reason why they do that is because the Gaara and Naruto fight still didn't finish, and it was still escalating. So they drawn out the third Hokage and Orochimaru fight because they didn't have enough content to draw that fight out. So they had to draw it out with stare downs and unnecessary clips, which they could have done it a lot faster. But it was just to keep steady with the Gaara and Naruto fight, in which it took multiple episodes to complete and was necessary to complete in multiple episodes. But that's my one critique, and I feel like that's the most popular critique of Naruto, and first being the fillers and the drawn out fight scenes, and then probably not representing women enough. I'll probably put not representing women before the drawn out episodes, obviously, because that's more important, and it's not right. I don't think it's right, but that was an intense scene, and it was really sad to see the third Hokage's grandchild sad because he missed his grandpa. But then basically getting to episodes 70 or 81 through 96, the first episode back of the new season of season 4 was the village cleaning up and basically setting the tone for the first half of the season, in which Pervy Sage went on a mission to find the healer, Grandma. As Naruto says, Grandma Hokage, other known as Tsunade. Tsunade? Is that how you pronounce it? That's not how you pronounce it. But the healer. So the third Hokage went on a mission, and Naruto decided to tag along. And this is the introduction of Sasuke's brother as well, in which everyone fucking drools over, in which I get. He is pretty sexy, not gonna lie, but Sasuke's brother being Nachu Ichiraha. Sorry, I do not know how to pronounce that, but that's his brother. And we finally get a look at the background of Sasuke and the reason why he wants revenge and the main purpose of him living in the episode or in the series. I just want to point out that I was right and Janet was wrong in this scenario, because she thought this backstory happened in season 1, in which it happened in season 4. That's a little petty of me, but I just wanted to put that in there because we were kind of bickering about that last podcast episode. But yeah, I just love that. I love the fact that we get to know about each individual character with backstories, and that made me love Sasuke that much more. And it was sad to see that his entire village and family just got killed by his own fucking brother. But it is also interesting that his brother basically got bored, and that's the reason why he went on a mass murdering spree and killed hundreds of people in his own village. And that's just proof that if you get too powerful, you're going to get bored. If you have too much wealth, you're going to get bored. So it's all about that journey, not about that end goal. But I really like how he kind of got, or his brother kind of got really bored, and I was shocked to find out that it was his brother. It was a great twist in the Naruto series, and I was not expecting his brother to do that at all, and I don't think anyone was expecting his brother to kill his family and entire village. And I feel really bad for Sasuke as well, because Sasuke looked up to his brother and wanted to train with him, or wanted his brother to train him, but he just was not there. I also like how his brother pushes him in a way that Sasuke kind of fuels, but not really, because it ends really bad for him in season 5 and early season 5. But I think it makes Sasuke stronger, that much stronger, or will be that much stronger, because he has a push and an aim to get better and to get his revenge. He copes with it in unhealthy ways, as shown in early season 5, in which I'll explain later. But it is that his brother basically told Sasuke that he will not have enough hate. He will never have enough hate to defeat him. And that's like so irritating, because I feel it's like so powerful too, because you will not have enough hate to kill me after his brother just killed his family, his parents, and his entire village, all of his friends, all of his teachers, all the grown-ups, uncles, family. That's like one of the most powerful things right after, like, he just annihilated them. And that is one of my favorite moments within the thing, because it's like, damn, that's just like cold. It's like, I just killed your entire everything you know in an instant, and I'm basically saying you literally do not have enough to do anything to stop me. So we got backstory of Sasuke, and so back to Pervy Sage and Naruto. They go on an adventure to try to find Grandma Hokage, and I love the journey to get to and finding the 5th Hokage, because I don't know, I know a lot of people don't like the fillers, but I personally really like the fillers, because like I said previously, it's nice after a big long battle. It's a stress relief, and I just think they're fun. It's like a kind of like a sitcom in a way. It's like keep it light for a few episodes and then go back into fighting, what happened. I just really like how the Grandma Hokage just has a gambling addiction and basically just ran away from every debt, and then she became the 5th Hokage after running away from so much debt. But then she's also a badass, where she's immature, where she's running away and gambling all of her money away, but then she can like be a badass and be like, you know, you want to mess with me? All right. And then she can easily solve all of that problems like instantly. Like, she was able to fix all the debts easily. She just finds a way, and that's what I like about her. I think she's the strongest woman character in Naruto so far. I forget the rest of the characters that are women within the show, but that just goes to prove that there's not a lot of strong women role models within this show, which is really sad to see, and I would want to see more strong women characters like Grandma Hokage. I just don't think there's enough of them, and I'm only on season 5, so I don't completely know yet if there will be stronger lead female presence within Naruto. But as of now, I think Grandma Hokage is a great addition and just a good way to replace the lack of strong women representation within this series. And she's just a fun character to watch as well, because she just doesn't give a fuck. But then she's one of the most powerful characters within Naruto, and she's just like, I may not give a fuck at certain times, but I'll just kind of like Shikamaru. She reminds me of Shikamaru, but less lazy. The gambling addiction replaces the laziness with Shikamaru. I feel like she's Shikamaru, but with a gambling problem instead of laziness. Because Shikamaru is also a badass as well. I had to reset the camera, but yeah. So Perry, Sage, and Naruto end up finding Grandma Hokage and convincing her to come back. But then they end up convincing her. One of the big reasons why they convince Grandma Hokage to come back is because Naruto reminds her of her brother that she lost, and just because the catchphrase that he says, believe it, and that his goal is to be a Hokage one day, just like her brother, and she kind of took Naruto under her wing, and not a total replacement for the loss of her brother, but just saying that there's more to life than just gambling her life away. It kind of gave her a purpose to strive for in a way. And I really like the relationship between her and Naruto because she has a childish side just like Naruto, and kind of just how the arguments start is because of childish like things, which is honestly I love. I love when like child like characters clash like that because it's like cute and it reminisces of when I was a little kid as well, and getting into arguments for stupid things that I should never have gotten in an argument about. But yeah, and then so that's one of the main reasons why she came back. It's sad too because she gave Naruto her necklace, and then necklace was kind of a symbol because she thought that every time she gave a necklace to someone, they ended up dying by her own cause and she couldn't save them, and in which I think is why she started to gamble, because she gave this special necklace to her little brother. I think it's from her parents or grandparents. No, wait, fuck. I think it was from the first Hokage. I'm pretty sure. Comment below to correct me on that. This necklace, it's special, but she gave it to her little brother. Her little brother ended up dying. And then a little bit later, she ended up giving it to one of her friends that she trusts the most, and he ended up dying in war. So she came to the conclusion that every time she gave this necklace to someone that ended up dying, she was able to get past that and give it to Naruto as a symbolism of trust and just how Naruto never gives up. Naruto obviously can't beat Grandma Hokage, but she realized that he's never going to give up, and that's what she likes about him, kind of as a role model than anything else. But that's kind of how she took him under his wing, or her wing. And then a couple episodes later, they run into Snake Eye. The Snake Eye was trying to get to Naruto, and this is one of the most epic battles. I think it's one of the most popular battles within Naruto. Every time, if you say big battle, you always think of this battle or Gaara and Rock Lee fight. It's just one of the most iconic scenes, I believe, within this show, and rightfully so because it was amazing. It showed the true power of Naruto, showed the true power of Pervy Sage, showed the true power of Grandma Hokage, and showed the real power of the Snake Eye's henchmen. Even though that the Snake Eye can't use any more jutsus, he's still as powerful. Not as powerful, but still powerful enough to keep up with fucking Chunins, or better than Chunins, like Hokage-like level, because Pervy Sage was considered to be the 5th Hokage, but he turned it down, I believe. And yeah, it just that much power. Naruto, Pervy Sage, Grandma Hokage, Snake Eye, and his henchmen. Like, you can't get any better than that. Like, the amount of fighting that was involved was absolutely crazy. I kind of forget exactly all the little details that happened. Naruto was able to master the jutsu that Pervy Sage taught him, which was the one. Naruto was able to master that and actually use it within battle right away, which is really cool. Oh, and the filler episodes, backtrack a little bit. I love that through the journey to find Grandma Hokage, the training that Pervy Sage and Naruto had to learn that skilled jutsu, one of the most powerful jutsus ever, and only a few can actually master it. And the fact that Naruto mastered it in a couple days is insane, because usually it takes months for that to be mastered by the highest level, and Naruto was just perseverance and master it quickly. And I love that because Pervy Sage's and Naruto's relationship is one of my favorite relationships within the Naruto series, because it's I don't know how to explain it. It's fun. Naruto is always trying to make Pervy Sage not so pervy anymore, and it's Pervy Sage is one of the most powerful characters within Naruto, and he knows everything, and the fact that he's training Naruto is just amazing. And yeah, I just love that entire sequence. One of my favorite parts within Naruto. And yes, those were fillers, but again, I love fillers. And then, okay, fast forward to the fight. But that was an insane fight. What I took out of it is just that there's so many powerful characters within Naruto, and there's only going to get more powerful characters. So I'm excited to see that and actually fight together. And yeah, I think it also put more faith into Grandma Hokage that she is needed within the colony, and that she has more strength than she believes as well. Yeah, I'm sorry I cannot go more into it, but I just don't remember. Yeah, I just loved how there was a big snake, big frog, and big slug all fighting against each other. It's one of the best scenes within Naruto. And then fast forward, we've got more fillers at hand. Episodes 96 through 101, and these episodes are... Why do people think that they're cool when they ride their motherfucking motorcycles through the fucking city? It's so annoying. I hate people with loud cars and motorcycle. Like I said previously, it's just so fucking irritating. But yeah, I just feel like... Oh, and another thing, I just feel like Naruto always gets injured at any given moment. Just, he's always injured, but he always prevails. And he always overcomes it, and he never lets that down. So, episodes 96 through 100, fillers. Some of the fillers that happen is kidnap Naruto's hot spring adventure. That's where they stopped at a hot spring while coming back from the big fight. But I think this is the episode where the fifth Hokage, or where Toon's aide finally becomes the fifth Hokage, and so they're walking back, they convince him, and then the hot spring, the grandchild doesn't want the fifth Hokage to become the fifth Hokage because he thinks that his grandpa, the third Hokage, shouldn't be forgotten so easily, because obviously he has so much love for his grandfather, and he just doesn't want people to easily forget about him like that. So he's trying to survive or keep his grandfather's legacy alive, and he traps his self within the Grandma Hokage's library, I believe it is. And then another episode is where Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura try to see what's underneath of cool guy Kakashi's mask as well. I really like that episode. My favorite episodes are when Sasuke, Sakura, and Naruto bond like that, because I feel like they're always fighting, or at least Naruto, yeah, they're always fighting. Naruto and Sasuke are always fighting. Sakura is always getting annoyed with Naruto. But my favorite episodes are when they all have like a common goal and all get together. It's kind of a weird feeling that I get, because it's like, this shouldn't be happening. Why aren't they fighting? This, like, what's happening? And then I'm like, oh my god, they're actually going to get along for this episode. I can actually lay back and not have to worry about them fighting constantly. But this 5 episodes, I love fillers like this, because I know it's going to get way more later on and probably get annoying. Not actually any substance, but I just love fillers like this, because it's like a sitcom basically. It's like showing their everyday life, what they usually do, and we get to know more about the characters. That's probably a hot take, but it's a hot take I'm willing to die on. I just don't know why, but I love fillers so much. But yeah, that was a nice set of fillers. Nothing more to explain. And another thing, I think this is Sakura during the season 3, after the fight between Naruto and Gaara. I like how Sakura is, after that fight, puts more respect on Naruto's name, and actually sees him as doesn't see him as an annoying little bitch anymore, but actually respects and sees how powerful Naruto is, because Naruto did save her life. And and that, sorry to go back on it so much, but, and it also brings up the conflict of Naruto always winning between Sasuke, and it fuels Sasuke's anger towards Naruto because Sasuke is seeing that Naruto is saving the day every time. He saved the day and saved Sakura while he just laid there and acted like a little bitch, and got injured, and he basically didn't do anything. It started a little conflict there, and it started more respect. Sakura to Naruto. I like the character development in that way, and it makes the show that much more entertaining. And then another 5 sets of filler again. We got the mission, help an old friend in the land of tea. This is the running competition. The running competition where they protect their runner of this village, and they have a running competition every 5 years, or every 4 years. They have this running competition. It's a ceremonial ritual that says who's going to be in charge and which leader is going to be charged. Got the bad guys of the village and you got the good guys of the village, and the citizens of the village is getting fed up with the rule or reign of the bad guys who always win. But this guy, this runner that they're protecting, eventually wins the race because Naruto and everyone helped them get to this point. And this brings up another problem as well with this little filler. Even though it's a filler, it added to the character development as well, because again, Naruto saved the day. Sasuke was a little fucking bitch and did not save the day, but he was very crucial in this fight because there is this point. We got Aora, AOI. This is the bad guy. He was protecting the other runner, the opponent's runner, and he's protecting him, and he's really powerful. And he has this sword, and this sword is super powerful, in which he stole from one of the Hokages. I forget the exact Hokage, but the sword was stolen from it. And the runner who Naruto is protecting, Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura are protecting, that runner helped steal the sword as well and betrayed his village. But he ended up making it up because he eventually won the village. But this battle, which is the quickest battle in Naruto, I think it only lasted, an episode and a half, maybe 2 episodes. Shortest battle ever. I like short battles like this. I like how they do it throughout Naruto. But this short battle, Sasuke damaged the sword. He cracked it, but he got hurt and he fell off the water. Again, Sakura is useless. I hate her. Everyone hates her. She's just do something, Sakura and Sasuke fall off the edge of the waterfall, and that just made me even more annoyed with her. Even though he's out of the battle, he did crack the sword, and Naruto again saw this with his observation, which I was really surprised because Naruto's not one for observing things. He usually just turns a blind eye. He's usually just attack, in which he did show in this battle. He attacked. But then after attacking, not giving up, which I said earlier in this podcast that it's a common theme that he just does not give up, which is pretty obvious. No matter what, he would rather die before he gave up in a battle. He finally realized that there's this crack, and then he ends up beating this guy. His brother, the runner's brother, I'm pretty sure. But again, Naruto saved the day as Sasuke injured himself and out of the battle, and he did not do anything this battle. Yeah, so the runner ended up winning. The runner that Naruto, Sasuke, and Sakura ended up helping and protecting, he ended up winning, and the entire village was excited. I also like that set of fillers because it was like a little series. It just fueled, I love how the fillers, even though it's fillers and it's not much substance and it doesn't really carry the series forward, it does bring a good character development into it. And I feel like every filler has a purpose somewhat, even though it's very little. And I do really suggest that at least for the first four full seasons, don't skip the fillers because they are necessary and they are important because the show goes back and it helps explains why certain characters are acting how they are. So don't skip the fillers for the first 4 seasons of the Naruto series, at least. I'm not quite sure. I've had a number of people tell me to skip filler seasons or like the last 3 seasons of Naruto, or to skip it because it's just fillers. There's no substance in the last 3 seasons out of 9. But as of now, watch the fillers. And the reason why I say this is because I brought up this point earlier. To start out season 5, and this is the last grouping. So it's episodes 107 through 113. First episode, I believe. I think it's just they contained it in one episode. Yeah, first episode of season 5. We got Sasuke boiling over. No, it's 2 episodes. This little, I guess, filler. It's not really a filler. I guess you can call it a filler. I don't what the fuck is the definition of a filler? I don't even know. Or Sasuke gets jealous and butthurt over how Naruto is always saving the day. Like I said previously, over the 2 instances with defeating Gaara, saving Sakura praising Naruto, mixture with just the hatred he has for his brother and just being useless and not being able to defeat his brother. And then Naruto again saving the day against the runner guy. And that's why I say fillers are important. Because if you didn't watch the runner, the 5 episodes there, you wouldn't understand completely. I mean, you would get the gist of it, but you wouldn't fully understand why Sasuke is as mad as he is. And they end up fighting on top of the hospital because Sasuke went to the hospital due to the fight that he had with the runner's brother. I forget the runner's name. And the brother that I'm referring to is Aio. A-I-O, I believe it is. Janet has a crush on him. He's pretty good looking, not gonna lie. He's just jealous and he got to his boiling point and they fight on the roof. And this made Sasuke even more mad. Because even though Naruto didn't win, Kakashi stepped in right at the right moment before they basically killed each other and destroyed the entire village. But Naruto and Sasuke were about to collide and basically explode. Naruto with the fancy jutsu and Sasuke with the running speed lightning. With all of his lightning, about to punch Naruto with his fast speed. Kakashi comes in, disrupts that. But their attacks, rather than going into each other, they end up going into 2 water tanks. This is important because originally Sasuke thinks that he damaged the water container more than Naruto did. Because it was a bigger impact on it. But the water was still there and it was a slow leak. But comparatively to Naruto, Naruto had a small impact onto the water thing, and it was slowing more slowly than Sasuke. A couple scenes later, Sasuke looked up and Naruto's there's actually no more water within the water container because Naruto punctured the back of it and completely obliterated it, where basically the entire back of it was gone, and that made Sasuke more angry, and which sets up him joining the Sound Village and the reason why he is going to join the Sound Village. And the Snake Guy is not done yet. We haven't seen him in about a season and a half. You've forgotten him at this point in time? Because I did. And we're back. Sorry about that. My camera I needed to delete some space off my camera because it got full due to previous podcasts and the short trip. As I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by my fucking cameras, a little fucking bitch. Sound ninjas that Snake Eye assembled come for Sasuke, in which Sasuke is at a very, very vulnerable point. He's on the brink of basically self-destruction. Kakashi cheered him up a little bit, but basically he's on a revenge path and cannot think anything more of except for revenging his village and destroying his brother and killing him. He cannot think of anything else except for doing that. and he's just defeated with Naruto and basically thinking that he's powerless, in which, I mean, he's strong, but in a sense, he's just nowhere close to how far Naruto progressed. And that's also another reason why he is mad, because he sees how far Naruto has progressed within his training, and he's seen himself not progressing that much, or not as much as Naruto, because Naruto is judging that he's learned as just a lot more powerful than his own. But he sees this and he's defeated, which is the perfect opportunity for Snake Eye to bring him onto his team and take his power. But basically, Snake Eye sends over these 4 sound ninjas, and they are way more powerful than Sasuke, and Snake Eye knows this, but that was the point, because he wanted Sasuke to feel powerless, and him eventually needing the Snake Eye's power in order to become more powerful. It's kind of relying on the Snake Eye, basically, saying that you cannot... Snake Eye is basically telling Sasuke that you cannot survive in this world without me. And it works, because even though Sasuke put up a little fight, got a couple hits in, not that much, they were just way too powerful, beat him up and left him in the dust. And Sasuke changed for the worse and followed them and joined up with them. And they did this like real weird ritual where he like has to die or whatever. Last 3 episodes that I watched, Shikamaru assembled this task force of Naruto. Hold on. So it was Naruto. It was going to be Rock Lee, but Rock Lee is injured. Neji's there. Shikamaru. Fat guy. Fatso. So wait, that's Neji, Fat Guy, Shikamaru, Naruto. I'm missing one more. Crap, who's the 5th one? I'm missing one. Oh, it was Dog Guy. Okay, so Fat Guy, Dog Guy, Naruto, Shikamaru, and Neji. And that is doing with the best that he has, because all the other powerful ninjas within the... No, but okay, so everything else within... Or every powerful guy within the Hidden Leaf Village is gone on other missions, because the Snake Eye, when he came in, he killed most of the village Chonin, or powerful ninjas. So Grandma Hokage was like, go chase after Sasuke. We need him back. Bring him back, because without him, 1, it's going to be way more harder to defeat. And 2, he's Sasuke. This is one of his friends. And really key to this Hidden Leaf Village, I would say. Shikamaru assembles this task force, and we learn that he is very powerful. Or in the sense of he's very smart. He immediately assembles the best guys, or best available guys, and concocts the best possible plan and movement option, single file line, and I think and best placement for each member in the task force. And basically they go after Sasuke. They meet up with him, but they get trapped and overpowered, and they escape. The bad guy, Sasuke, and them escape, but Sasuke's in this box because they're doing this ritual thing. But they escape. But it just shows that, I mean, I think it was a fat guy on the bad guy's side. For the bad guys, trapped them in this, like, berated them in this dirt pile. And basically, Shikamaru was able to escape with his intelligence. And it just shows that they are working as a team that much more. And it just shows their strength that they have, even though they're not the most powerful people within the village. They're starting to be, and they're starting to get that friendship. And yeah, it's really cool. I really like where this is headed. And Rock Lee is also healed. Not healed, but the surgery on him is successful. That Grandma Hokage did perform on him, and it did end up working, which is really happy. I'm not quite sure. Just do little memes, kind of little spoilers. Gotta it spoiled for me, but just putting two and two together, I don't think Rock Lee will come back from this. I think it's too deadly of an injury to ever come back from. I hit some good decimals with effort, but I just don't think he's going to come back to form how he wants or how everyone wants, which is really a shame because I feel like Rock Lee has so much potential. I don't know if that's because he got injured early and he's so strong and people feel sympathy for him, or he's just an amazing character and he deserves more justice than he has. I don't know why I did that. I got distracted. Sorry, I got distracted. Fucking ADHD, just joking. I don't even know if I have it or not, but I think I do. Anyways, I just feel really bad for Rock Lee. It's just like the misrepresentation of women. Not real. It's less severe, but I mean, kind of how they were both not given enough justice, I think. But I'm really excited for the next few episodes or the next couple seasons because Sasuke turned bad. I don't think he's going to get out of this just because I've seen putting two and two together again of Shippuden, I believe, of him older, and I think he's going to turn good. I just don't know how. It kind of sucks that I'm getting little spoilers here and there, but I don't know 100% of anything yet. I want to go back to the predictions that I made. I was going to think, or I believe that Kirby Sage was Naruto's dad, and which was not the case. And I think Naruto's dad is actually dead, but that was just a bold prediction. The yellow guy's hair, we still don't know who that is. The fourth Hokage, I believe. And I also predicted that the third Hokage is going to fuck up. It's going to fuck up the snake guy, and what she did, but not to the extent that I predicted. I predicted that he would kill the snake guy, but he didn't. He almost did, but not quite yet. He's too old. And another thing is, I think I also predicted that Naruto is going to fuck up Gaara, and what she did. I believe I predicted that. I think it was kind of obvious. I can see why Janet was saying Sasuke is a little bitch. I can see that now. I mean, I saw it in the first 4 seasons, but now he's really a little bitch. He's still my favorite character. Nope, he's not Kakashi's my favorite character. Then Sasuke. Then Shikamaru. I'm listing my characters right now. That's kind of pretty obvious. I'm sorry for this episode being everywhere, but you are just going to have to deal with it. Shikamaru, 3rd. Naruto, 5th. Fuck. I don't know. I feel like that's too low for Naruto. Wait, I have Kakashi 1st, Sasuke 2nd, Shikamaru 3rd. Okay, Naruto's 4th. Oh, he's 4th. That's low enough. I could change him to Naruto being 3rd and Shikamaru being 4th, but as of now, he's 3rd. Grandma Hokage is 5th. Probably Neji is 6th. Rock Lee is 7th. The reason why I have Rock Lee so low, that's probably a really hot take, is because I haven't seen enough of him. I feel like in the 4th season, they did every main side character injustice because where were they? That's the other criticism of season 4. I did not see enough of the other cast, like Shikamaru, Neji, Rock Lee. Where the fuck were they? That pissed me off because they hyped him up, hyped them all up, introduced them just to not have them in season 4 because we were with them. I think it's season 2 through 3. We were with them. We were all introduced with them. It's probably earlier too. I'm probably not remembering it correctly. I'm so bad with remembering he was introduced at what point. But that's another criticism. I wanted to see that group of people in season 4 more. I was just getting to the point where I was getting attached to them. I was liking them. I was figuring them out. And they just weren't there. That's my biggest critique so far. Introduce them more. I think that's what they're doing in the 5th season with Task Force that Shikamaru assembled. And then also a critique right now, or not a critique, but Sakura is still a little bitch. I agree with Janet. She's way too boy crazy. If she wasn't as boy crazy, then she'd be more likable. Why the fuck are you crying that Sasuke is arriving or leaving? It is smart that she did tell Grandma Hokage about Sasuke leaving, but yeah, she's just a little bitch. Just stop being a little bitch. I'm trying to think of what else I want to say. I wanted to see more of the other cast in season 4. I'm excited to see where it's going. Oh, I guess I could do predictions right now. Some hot takes, some predictions. That's what we like on this channel. I predict Sasuke is going to get to Snake Eye. He's going to transform and actually become bad. He's going to like fully become bad, and the Shikamaru is not going to be able to stop him with his task force. But Kakashi is going to come in some way. Kakashi's, I believe he's not gone. He's going to leave his mission that he left every village for and come in and save the day. Because I believe that there will be another fight with the Snake Guy and Naruto. I'm trying to think. I don't know of any other hot takes. I had way more hot takes last episode when talking about Naruto than I do this one. Yeah, I think I've said everything that I wanted. Oh, and I think Naruto is going to beat up Sasuke because I think they're going to battle again once they actually meet up and meet each other with the Snake Guy. Like the task force, Shikamaru's task force is going to meet up with the Snake Guy's task force, and Naruto is going to actually beat Sasuke this time. Just because, not that he wants to, but because there's no other way. And yeah, I mean, I believe, and I also believe that Sasuke is going to kill his brother. I think that's I don't think that's a hot take, but I think Sasuke is going to kill his brother. But Sasuke is going to eventually be good, I believe. Rock Lee, I don't think he's going, I guess that's another hot take too. I don't think he's going to fully recover. He's not going to be the same. He's not going to be able to fight like he is. And I believe Naruto is going to go on a couple more dates with Sakura, maybe. Even though, oh, and Sakura's a little bitch for playing Naruto. She went on a date and everything and basically used him. That pissed me off. Like, she's even more of a bitch. You can't just use your friends like that. Like, what the fuck? But yeah, I think I'm going to end this episode here. I'm sorry for it being everywhere, but it's just an hour and 11 minutes long so far, and I feel like I jumped around enough. But those are my couple hot takes, my opinions, and I'm really liking this series so far. It has great character development. I like how Naruto is getting more powerful as it goes on. You can actually see a progression. I like some of the relationships. I really like Shikamaru and how he can assemble task force immediately. I really like him and his relationships with like Neji and the fat guy. Sorry, I don't know his name. I really like that relationship as well because they complement each other really well because they know each other and been on the same squad for a really long time. I'm just trying to think. And Kakashi and Pervy Sage, I love their relationship as well. I'm really starting to love it, even though it's very, very slim. We don't see it that much. I like how they understand each other and respect each other. Yeah, that's one of the probably underground relationship that it's not really shown a lot, and I want more of it. Pervy Sage and Kakashi getting along. Heck, I want Kakashi and Rock Lee's master, Guy, or whatever his name is. I want to see more Kakashi. I miss Kakashi. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I'm just blabbling on right now. But yeah. Oh, Pervy Sage. I didn't even list Pervy Sage on the list. Fuck. Sakura's last. She's dead last. I hate her. Pervy Sage is... Fuck. It's just... I love all the characters. It's like... I want to tie them all in like third place and then have characters behind them. But it's just so... I can't do that because it's like... What the fuck? But Pervy Sage is a top 10 easily. I love him. I love the relationships that he forms. But yeah, I'm going to end it here. Thanks for watching, and see you next week. We're going to be talking about Modern Family. Bye. Bye.